What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Benchworks Garage. My name's Corey, and today I've got an update on a couple of these cars that we've been working on. First and foremost, the GTX. It's finally running. Go ahead and start it up, Dad. All right, so when we picked that car up, it had some aftermarket headers on it, and it wasn't right for the car. So my dad, wanting to make this correct, and we should, picked up a set of reproduction manifolds, correct? And who makes those?
Got them from year one.
Year one. So we've replaced the starter, updated the manifolds, and also the head pipes, the pipe that comes down from the manifold there. So we now need to do just a little bit of work to join those to the existing exhaust, which is in good shape but was set up to meet the headers. Also replaced the starter with one of the later model high torque starters. Got the battery in, and surprisingly this car just needed that taken care of. When we purchased it, the solenoid that throws the arm out on the starter was not working correctly. Aside from that, all we've done is replace one little piece of fuel hose here that was leaking, but this thing fired right up and ran on its own right off the bat. We really didn't have to do much to this at all. It still needs some more work. It's not yet ready to be marketed or anything, but now it's going to start and run, move under its own power for when we send it out for paint. Now, the Camaro. This car was really the only car that I had said, yep, I'll go ahead and sell this thing as a barn find and give somebody a very good deal. Somebody's going to appreciate that, because when I took some videos, I got a lot of messages asking about the car. I made a video about the car specifically, showing underneath it and all of that, and everybody said, oh, you're so lucky to have a barn find. I wish I could find a barn find. Will you sell it the way it is? And I said, okay, we've got a bunch of cars that we need to go through, and I'm short on time, so sure, I'll go ahead and list this car just the way that it is. And then when I did, everybody wanted to complain that I didn't know if it ran, because it's a barn find. That's the reason it was priced so cheap. So I had a lot of interest in the car, and everybody showed up and wanted to lowball me because I couldn't tell them if the car ran or not. That's what a barn find is, you know? So I'm not sure where this was lost in translation, but I got tired of it. I stopped marketing the car that way. We pulled the spark plugs, put some trans fluid down in the cylinders, turned it over by hand a couple of times, let that trans fluid sit in the cylinders for about 2 days, put a Interstate Econo Power battery in it, replaced the ground strap that was too short, whacked the starter, and the car turned over, made oil pressure. It's spinning over just fine. It's not set up. This car is going to run. I do need to, it looks like, probably replace the condenser and some wires for sure. The wires are a little dry, but I tossed some NGK BR6s in there when I put it back together. This car's going to run. I've got a set of Z28 wheels to go on it. I found the front and rear glass for this car, which was something that I had told people. I was confident that I had that glass. The door panels are in nice shape and in the trunk. So now at this point, I'm going to make it run. I'm going to put Z28 wheels on it. I'm going to put the door panels in it. I'm going to put the front and rear glass in it. I'm going to put the trim around that glass. And suddenly, this is going to be a nice car. And I've got a sneaking suspicion those people are going to be wishing that they had purchased it when it was cheaper than it's going to be. So, I mean, you can't have it both, right? You want a barn find, you got to be prepared for the unknown. And if you want to run and drive in car, you got to pay for it. The Chrysler Newport, the Wien intake showed up for this. The carburetor is here for this. The rebuild kit for the carburetor is here for this. So that car I'm hoping that we can have running by the end of the week. The Chrysler 300L is almost entirely detailed. We still got to work on the hubcaps, get those tires detailed up nice, do a little bit of the underbody stuff, but I've put a video out on this already. This is running well. I do need to do some work on the brake master cylinder and brake booster, and I'm going to be filming a video on that utilizing reverse electrolysis, because parts for this stuff is very hard to come by these days. So I'm going to be showing how to use reverse electrolysis to restore those parts, replace the cup seals in the master cylinder, and that sort of stuff, because I've had a lot of questions about the reverse electrolysis process when I have posted about that on Sloppy in the past. The Savoy. The Savoy is finally done with the paint correction, and it looks gorgeous. This car came out so well. Now, it is a single stage paint, so you're not going to get the depth that you would with some crazy House of Colors, or even just, you know, DuPont Chroma base with a bunch of clear on it or something. But for being a single stage paint, this came out so well. And the interior is, you know, nearly done. We still got to do some work around the car. We need to do some work, little tune-up stuff, new wires, all of that. But for the most part, this car is getting very close to being able to be marketed. And I'm going to be filming a video on this as soon as that's ready. The new bumpers are back on it. The disc brake conversion on the front is done. That car I'm so excited for. It's going to be a really fun project to complete. Somebody's going to be extremely happy with that car. So that is the update for today. Thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate it if you leave a comment. Consider subscribing if you'd like to follow along with what we're going through here. Throw me a like if you could, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.